The Rockies franchise is back again today, and it's time to get this season on the right track. Thank you all for staying patient with this series and this season that is taking far too long to get going. The UTSA series is now on a break, and I'll be posting much more Rockies franchise than I have been over the past few months. I'm really enjoying this season that we have started, and we're only 34 games into. We are 19-15, and it's a tight NL West here early in the year, with the Arizona Diamondbacks the front runners right now. The Dodgers, they're always going to be good. And you have the Padres as well, right with us. It's the Giants who feel like the team that's kind of left out. We're playing all right this year, but a surprising weakness has been this starting rotation. Cy Young Award winner Luis Severino, Dustin May, and Zach Gallen have all had their struggles. And it's the bullpen and the 4 and 5 starters that have really carried the rotation and the pitching staff. And for the offense, I think it's time to make some changes, as we have seen Johnny Schaefer struggle a little bit, Brandon Nimmo as well. So I've made some changes to our starting lineup, and you'll notice our hot streaks here towards the top, and Trey Turner, who has bounced back this year, he is the new leadoff batter. We've relied so much in the past on Brandon Nimmo and Brian Reynolds, and we'll see if they're able to rebound. So let's continue on with this season. We have a homestand against the Padres and the Reds, and we open things with a 10-5 win over the Padres and follow that up with a 7-1 win, setting us up with a chance to go and get the sweep. Closer Taylor Rogers in the 9th inning. 1-run lead, a runner on second base for the Padres. This is C.J. Abrams. And a good slider against the lefty to get ahead in the count. 1-2 from Rogers. He got him swinging on the slider again. 1 down. Ha-Sung Kim is next. Line drive, hooking foul as Rogers gets ahead. 2 strikes. Busted bat rolled over to first. Second out recorded as the tying run moves up 90 feet. And with 2 down, we face Fernando Tatis Jr. And we're pitching at him here with first and second base wide open. That was a bad call. Base hit left field, and the save is blown. Tatis ties the game. I didn't even think about just walking him there until it was far too late. So now we have to get to the bottom of the 9th inning, keep this game tied, 3-1. Marcano draws the walk, 2-1 for San Diego. Nomar Mazara. Another lefty-lefty matchup. Rogers, 2-2. Got him! But a couple batters too late as we go to the 9th inning, hoping to avenge the blown save against a pitcher who's recorded some saves for us in this series. It's Michael Givens, who's enjoying a fantastic year in San Diego. 1 down. Johnny Schaefer launches one to right center field. Deep to the gap and off the wall. Schaefer into second, into scoring position. And the Rockies now potentially a hit from winning this game, as Xavier Edwards will run for him. And that's going to bring up Errol Vera, a player we have not seen much of in this series, and it might have been better to have Edwards hit for him instead and run Pearson. But it's too late for that. Here's the rookie shortstop. And he launches it! Deep to right center! This game is over! On his first career homer, it's a walk-off winner! What a spot for the rookie Errol Vera, 23 years old. He's only played in 9 career games. This, his 4th career hit, first career home run. What a time for it to occur, as we create some separation with us and the Padres in the standings. A 3-game sweep in Coors Field. You look at this division and how tight and competitive it could be. Taking wins like this is going to mean a lot, I think, when the Season comes to an end and you're tallying everything up. Michael Givens had come in having a really good year, but he left us some meatballs up in the zone. Rockies hit 4 home runs in the winning effort, 6 runs in the 6th inning, and again, not a great start for Dustin May. What I like is that we've managed to play this well, but we're not even pitching as well as we could be. And immediately following those changes to the lineup, you see a lot of scoring. We get 10 wins in that first game, 7 the next day, and a really good start for Luis Severino, and then come back in the final game with 9. Hopefully it's a sign of things to come, and if the pitching doesn't get on track, we've got to keep scoring a lot of runs. 4 games now against the Reds. We do win 5 straight. The streak snapped afterwards, and I wanted to get into a player lock start with Reed Detmers, who has put together a few really good starts and a few lackluster starts, but overall the numbers look good. ERA, WHIP in spots you're happy with, 3 quality starts and 7 tries. I want to see a few more strikeouts, but I feel like that's going to come with time. Here he is facing the Reds in Coors Field, as that's a hot shot to third base, and play made by Reed Detmers. Nick Senzel batting second on the ground to the right side, and a couple quick outs for Detmers, a guy who doesn't usually have the stamina to go far past 80 pitches. These quick outs are quite nice. And he strikes out Gleyber Torres to finish off a fantastic first inning. And yes, Gleyber Torres is on the Reds, and you'll see how busy they've been acquiring players. Jeff McNeil in the second. Detmers hasn't had a lot of issues with his command, actually. He doesn't have a ton of walks, nothing concerning. Falls behind McNeil. Comes back, but cannot get the call on the front door curve. That's a really nice pitch. Nicky Delmonico next, a ground ball right to second, and it's a 4-6-3 double play. 2 strikes now on Jeimer Candelario. Line drive into right center as the changeup stays up, and that will be extra bases with 2 down. Got to keep that pitch down in the zone. Caleb Hamilton grounds 1 to second base. That time, slider did stay down. 2 scoreless to start for Detmers. Royals fans, what do you think? Salvador Perez on the Reds now, and this will sneak through the middle, followed by the pitcher Hunter Green doing the same. 2 reach. Runners at the corners. Senzel fouled back. 2 strikes for Detmers. He got him with the changeup. When you have runners on base, you gotta find a way to get some strikeouts. Next, Gleyber Torres, full count. Just missed inside. I'm not mad at these walks. They're fine pitches, but now the bases are loaded. You just gotta get an out. And McNeil grounds it to short. They'll get the force at second, and Detmers is out of the jam. Through 3. No runs allowed, 3 hits, a couple walks. Not getting any support from his offense. There's a strikeout of Delmonico, and that's the slider down, 3rd strikeout. The Rockies do find some offense, however, in the 4th inning, and Reed Detmers, he gives this a ride, and that's extras to the wall and right. He drives in a run to make it 5-0 Rocks. Nice lead going into the 5th. Down goes Perez, curveball chased. Pitch count in the 60s as Hazley sends it out to right, but Nimmo is there and takes care of it. Still no runs on the board for the Reds. He goes into the 6th, under this one, and popped up for Johnny Schaefer, who has some room and takes care of it. McNeil with 2 away. And left over the middle, tattooed to right field, and Nimmo watches this hit high off the scoreboard, as that's a 2-out double. That brings up Delmonico. On the ground and through the middle. Rounding 3rd, the Reds getting on the board, as we should have cut that off and made the play at 2nd. We had 2 chances there, but it just didn't happen. Jeimer Candelario next. Nice piece of hitting here. Dumped into left center. Reds score another. Caught up to that one and gets into second base safely. A few extra base hits here for Cincinnati. Ground ball to the right side. Some trouble for Edwards. He regathers, but safe at first. Starting to get a little concerned in this inning. He's already allowed 2. The inning extended for Salvador Perez. And he's under it. Lifted to left. Geronimo going back at the track, and he makes the catch. Perez just missed. That makes it a quality start again for Reed Detmers. But for some reason, they didn't pull him. In these player lock games, I don't make the pitching calls, but I was shocked to see him sent out for the 7th. Strike 3, top of the zone. See you later. 5 strikeouts. That's the first one looking. Here's Adam Hazley. And he sends it out to right field. Nimmo watching this one. And again off the wall. A lot of doubles given up by Detmers. And that would be it for him. He secures his 4th quality start in his 8th try. And it's overall another good appearance. Just a few times he gives up some hittable breaking balls, and got to manage that. But 6 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, 2 runs. Solid start for Detmers, and I think he's coming along faster this year than any of us really expected. A lot of his good starts have been in the simulating too, so this is like the best I've been able to actually see him play. And here's a look at the pitcher analysis. Thought he did a pretty good job of staying around the strike zone, but you get an idea of what he can eventually become. I thought he did a really good job getting chases on his off-speed stuff. He picked up 4 strikeouts outside the zone, and overall 17 chased, which I thought was pretty good when he threw around 80 pitches. And batters were chasing all 4 pitches that he uses. So another good one for Reed Detmers, helping out a rotation that hasn't played quite how we've expected. And who would have thought now at this point, finishing up our 8th turn in the rotation, he would lead us in innings pitched and be respectable in so many other categories. So many things just continue to defy expectations, and it's one of the most fun things about playing the game. We beat the Reds the next day. How about a 6-1 homestand? Does that sound good to everybody else? Rockies get to 25-16. 6 more runs on the board. We rally late, come back from a 5-1 deficit. Severino has an all-right start, still turning things around. Next day against the Padres. Now we're in San Diego. We unfortunately have Trey Turner tweak a hamstring, and he's going to miss a little time but not have to go on the injured list. We split the first 2 in San Diego, so let's get into the deciding Game 3. Padres trying to win a series after being swept by us the previous week, and they now find themselves 5 games behind us in the standings. Mackenzie Gore, one of their good young lefties, takes the mound. He's enjoyed a 3.23 ERA, 1.35 whip, 41 strikeouts in 47 innings. And with Trey Turner out, Xavier Edwards replaces him at short and at the top of the batting order. Full count to open as Edwards takes his patient walk to first base. Josh Bell hitting in front of Rafael Devers, and a line drive into right on a curveball left over the middle. You're lucky it wasn't more than that. Brings up Devers, and he crushes it! Right field and deep. It's a 3-0 start, and the Rockies waste no time jumping on San Diego. It was the curveball left over the middle, and then just a fastball up at 91. That's exactly what you want to see. And what are these uniforms, by the way, for the Padres? I saw their hats, and I'm like, this looks like the San Francisco Giants. I'm not sure I'm familiar with these throwbacks of theirs. As we draw a walk immediately after the home run, and then lefty mashing Johnny Schaefer base hit center field. Geronimo's going to sprint into third base, first and third, still nobody down. Blows a fastball by Nimmo, 3-2. chased it. So that was ball 4. Missed the chance there to load the bases. Gore trying to come back. Here's Bryan Reynolds putting down a bunt, but that didn't play out how I expected. I just wanted to try and bunt home our 4th run before the bottom of the order came up. Screwed that up. So we end up with Valade, the 8-hitter, and he puts it in the air to center, and the inning comes to an end. 3-0. We'll see if the Padres can come back from it. They'll have to do so against one of our most effective pitchers on the team, Yonny Chirinos, the most consistent player perhaps over the past 3 years. Taps back his way, he makes the throw to first base. Eric Hosmer right into second. 2 quick outs on 3 pitches. Fernando Tatis on the ground again at second base. 1, 2, 3 on 3 ground ball outs. Meanwhile, we're back to the top of the order in the second. Here's Xavier Edwards. This is hammered to left center. Edwards gives it a ride. Deep to the wall. It is gone. Solo homer for Edwards, number 2 on the season. He's one of those guys we need to keep finding playing time for. 4-0 lead. Manny Machado's going to send this down the line. First hit for San Diego, deep into the corner, and Geronimo's not throwing him out. Robert Hassel at the plate. Sinker away. And then fouls off the fastball. 2 strikes. Got him with the slider. Chirinos doesn't get a lot of them, but he can get them when he needs to. Campusano on the ground, but some trouble for Devers. The recovery is in time. No damage after the double for Machado. 4-0. Mackenzie Gore still in the game for San Diego. And Schaefer sends it down the line. But a perfect carom off that little indent keeps him to a single. And Nimmo with a shot to first base, and that was nearly a double play. But another really good swing. Breaking ball left up. Reynolds base hit center field. You can tell Gore does not have his best stuff. Valade is next. With the pitcher spot due up, is it any accident he gets ahead 3-0? Gotta go green light here, as he does throw in the zone. But we can't make anything happen. We end up drawing the walk with Ryan Valade, so they do get to the pitcher. Trying to put up their first 0. Here's Yonny Chirinos. Tap down the line. Base hit past third base. 1-run score as we wave home the second. A 2-run single for Yonny Chirinos. That will do it for Mackenzie Gore. From the moment this game started, you knew he just wasn't on his game, especially at the level he was playing coming in. Pitchers have these kinds of days. But it's not over. Base hit left field to make it 7-0. Josh Bell drives it in. Rafi Devers is next. He's under it. Skied towards center. This one's playable. But it's 7-0 Colorado. What a fast start in this game. And we have one of our most reliable starters in. This is a deep drive towards center. On the run, Reynolds, he makes the catch. Big outfield here in San Diego, and we make the play. Well, there is a base hit to left, and that's George Kirby, the reliever. I remember a comeback sparked by a Padres reliever. This doesn't seem to be quite the same as that situation, as we'll then go with the double play to close out the third quickly. Just not a good day at the ballpark here for Padres fans. Hosmer in the fourth, waves at the splitter wildly. And Manny Machado, he's going to chase the slider. Couple of strikeouts for Chirinos against a frustrated lineup. In the fifth, runner in scoring position. And Bradley Zimmer able to connect into center and past Reynolds. As San Diego gets their first run, a 2-out double. In the sixth, Ha-Sung Kim looks at a sinker over the inside corner for strike 3. And Tatis hits it sharply, but right at Xavier Edwards. Through 6 relatively easily. Out for the 7th, and Machado He went. Strike 3. 6 strikeouts for Chirinos. Nomar Mazara. And that's over Josh Bell and into the corner. Extra bases as our pitchers seem to be giving up doubles today, but not a lot else. Robert Hassel. Lined hard into center field and an easy play, relatively. Luis Campusano follows, but hits it weakly to Edwards. For Chirinos, it's another fantastic start. He goes 7, only allowing the 1. Probably could have sent him out for the 8th inning, but why bother? Let's give some innings to a guy who could use them here, and John Curtis hasn't quite been the signing we've hoped for. In the air to right, and another one that stays in the building and is a double. Marcano comes off the bench, and he's going to need a new bat, but he has great speed and legs out the infield single. Took a bad angle at the ball there as it just kind of sputtered. Going in the air to right. That play's made toward the line as the Padres will get first and third. Here's Eric Hosmer. Soft grounder up the middle. You couldn't ask for a better ball in that situation. 6-run lead, but we take no chances against this team. We do play Sir Anthony Dominguez in the 6th. He strikes out Tatis. And with 2 down, Mazara. He's under it. We come into San Diego, and we take 2 out of 3. Good success against the Padres here in this episode, and just good baseball overall. Really happy with how we've handled our business in this episode, and it seems like changing up the batting order is giving us an immediate boost. 7-1 win. There wasn't any offense to show you really beyond the first 3 innings. I just kind of started playing poorly and kind of lost my groove there for a bit. And they had some relievers come in and do a pretty good job, so there wasn't a whole lot else. But 7 innings for Yanni Chirinos, 6 strikeouts, 5 hits. Another day at the office for him. And that brings us right back into another series against Arizona, with us a half game back of them. So I wanted to end this episode with a quick player lock game against them. A chance for us to at least temporarily take over first place. You got Reed Detmers on the mound. He's been one of our hottest pitchers, but this is the hottest team in baseball this year. And they jump on him in the first inning and get 2 runs. Rafael Devers is now one of our most productive hitters on the season, hitting over 300 with 12 home runs. He and Josh Bell have been amazing. As he swings and misses, and taking off, but not getting there, is Ryan Valade. He is thrown out. The base is now empty. And Devers sends it deep to the corner. It's hooking foul, but enough room to make the catch. Just enough. In the 3rd, another chance with runners at the corners. Devers fouls off a fastball low. 2-2. Got him behind the fastball, and a big strikeout from Martin. We end up getting nothing in the inning. Here in the 4th, Devers towards the line, a nice sliding play, and a strong throw. Playing good defense. He's been a great hitter for us in this series. But now we're down 5 in the 6th, as they did get at Reed Detmers again. He was credited with all of those earned runs. And Devers trying to just get us something started. Corbin Martin misses. Pitch count now into the 80s, and we're hoping to chase him out of this game. David Geronimo next, and a little misplay at third base, so only 1 play, and it's at first. Johnny Schaefer now with Devers at second, and this is rolled to short. And they're through 6, allowing nothing. This is a really, really good Diamondbacks team this year. Bottom of the 8th, runner in scoring position, going the other way, but hit softly into left. And this goes in the books as an Arizona win. They move 1.5 games ahead of us in the standings. And I'm just so impressed with the way they've constructed this team. I've been paying attention to them for a couple years in this series, and I thought they could be good. But wow, just how good has Arizona been? Well, they're 29-17. That could be their best record in baseball. I haven't seen the full standings. Dodgers are there at 28 wins. We have 27. But take a look at this. They're hitting 288. Best batting average in all of baseball. We're hitting 261, and that's 8th. We're also second in runs scored, all right? We've scored 226. In first place, the Arizona Diamondbacks have scored 277. That is 51 runs more than us in second. They have the most hits by far, while being only 5th in home runs. They're not just a lucky home run hitting team. They can do it all. And that's why they're the best team right now in the NL West. I wanted to take a look at how they're scoring all these runs. They now have 11 games in their first 46 where they've scored at least 10 runs. We've only done that 4 times, and we're a game and a half back of them in the standings. This team is an offensive juggernaut this season, and they're going to be tough to chase down if they can keep this up. It seems unsustainable, but we'll see. One thing that gives me some hope overall is I think we've been a pretty unlucky team with our pitching. And I think that once we get our sample size and we get deeper into the season, we should see our big money starters play like it. But will we see regression from other guys? And will the bullpen be able to keep this up? That's hard to say. But I feel like as we've adjusted the lineup today, that took us a step in the right direction. And there are enough things going right for us offensively that we can handle a couple guys slumping. And there are a couple changes we could consider. But as we prepare for next episode later this week, we will be getting close to the MLB draft. And I've been trying to make sure we have a lot of scouting reports here close or at finished, so we have plenty of options. And I've been thinking about, do we still want to go like as far as we can with this series? I know we're coming up on another year of MLB in just a few months. The new game should be out. I still think I want to keep this series going, but I'm interested in your feedback. I know that there's been some changes in the MLB in the recent years with no more pitchers hitting in the National League, and now they're going to be taking away the shift. So present-day baseball is moving further away from this series, but I still am really attached to this team and enjoy playing. But I'm interested in your feedback on how long you want to see this series go. But I know I have to get some faster episodes out, and there will be more later this week, at least one episode, and I'm looking forward to it. I always have a good time playing this game. So if you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a great day.